So why would we want a thermal imaging camera inside of a ghost hunt? Temperature change how? Correct. So we're looking for cold spots. So you're overthinking it. Let's just make it simple so we can all have some fun. But we're looking for those cold spots, and this will work in my favor. Sorry, Tyler, but you guys should be able to see me in here, right? Red, orange, and yellow guy. I'm the hottest thing inside the frame right now. Yep, that's how it works. When I got many ladies in front of me, I will play to my strengths. Let's do this. So we're looking for those cold spots. They're going to be blue and black. That's what I'm looking for. So we're always going to have blue and black in there, but I'm looking for it to move or to take shape. When I say take shape, I want a head, shoulders, moving arms, and legs. That's what we've caught with this guy in the past. Hopefully we'll capture it again one day. This is, I will tell you, we don't capture things with these cameras every single night, just so you know. I'm not a TV show host. With this particular camera, I will capture about 4 to 5 solid pieces. I'll put my stamp of approval that it was indeed paranormal per year, not per episode. Okay, so I like to point that out because a lot of people are like they're watching TV with Zach Bagans and everything's a ghost, right? So if you're familiar with that guy, he's kind of a joke. But with this camera, I also have a blue dot bouncing around the screen. The blue dot is there to show you the coldest spot in the frame at that particular moment. So what does that mean for you? It's 57 degrees out here ambient for us tonight. I'll be looking for 15 plus degree temperature drops, and then we'll be debunking them, and I'll be taking a look at it when I'm spot checking it and zooming in to see if it's a can on the ground and so forth and so on. But we'll be looking for 42 degrees and colder coming out of that blue dot in the event we don't actually have a full blue person walking around. So hopefully we will capture a few things. If I find it, I'll give you the screenshots along in your data sheets. So again, I give you all of the dot.
You have to keep me in frame, so I pick up anything's cool. Alright.
Where?
Her mansion's like right up here.
Well, she had her garden.
She said something. It sounded like a woman's voice. She had her garden back there.
Yeah.
And then the sleep quarters.
Yeah. What happened to your house? Your beautiful house.
That's music. What happened to your home?
Did you lose your home?
Did you... What did your home look like? What did your home look like? What happened to your home?
Did you lose your house in a fire?
You can't ask yes, no.
Oh.
What was school like? Maybe we should talk to her about school or something, warm her up.
We wanted questions about her house.
Who was the architect?
How many bedrooms did you have?
How many baths what is it? What year did you lose your house?
When was your house built?
Window?
Did you have lots of windows? And let's keep moving. I can't film cars. Let's go to your garden.
Something 19. What happened to your house? The band just going. What happened to your house? Did you
Got 16 of these.
16? Alright. What happened to your house?
Why is your house gone?
All right, ladies. What the hell we got going on over here?
Nothing much.
Nothing.
You recording?
Yeah.
I got
Yep, you're up.
19.
19? Okay.
Yeah.
So again, remember, you're not going to be getting as much as the other two ladies because of the way this device is designed. It's meant to not give us as much. That's the whole point. It is about 75% accurate. So I don't know what the 19 is just yet. What's funny is we did get that number here last night as well from, I think it was the same spirit box.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm sure you could tell now, like, why I gave this one to you. So, because, like I said,
Yeah.
the videographer isn't the most exciting job out there. So I want to make sure you kind of have a double whammy. Yeah, you guys are like in a perfect spot because that car's getting ready to move. So, by the way, what's the relationship here?
Mother-daughter.
Okay, I never know. That's why I ask.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like make the assumption, and you guys are sisters, and I'm like, I have no idea. So that's why I usually just ask. She's like, nope, that's not my sister. So, but you said this was definitely your idea.
Yeah, we did a ghost trip in Gettysburg,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so bad, but it was like so funny because the guy was like so high. And he fell asleep on the couch, and they had like a haunted museum, and he fell asleep in there. And he like let us play around with the haunted objects. It was so funny.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be doing that.
It was so funny though.
Wow.
But I was like, I gotta do this again.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. Sorry. I take my job serious. So yeah, this is all I do. Like I own this company. So constantly publishing, working on books, podcasts, all that kind of stuff. So you can
Very
rest
cool.
assured I don't piss around with like, hey, my side gig, I'm going to go work on the
Yeah.
weekends. Like, no, this is all I do. And a lot of people get that idea because most tour guides, it's a side gig for them. But with me, this is, again, I'm going to be your new Zach Bagan. So if you guys have questions about anything like 6 months down the road, your number's saved with the date of your tour. So that way I know, like, you've been on the tour already. So just shoot me emails and all that kind of stuff.
Are you like a medium or anything?
No, I don't bring any of that to the tour because A, can't prove any of that. So when I say I hear voices like they were already asking me about, I try not to bring that stuff into what we're doing
Yeah.
because I can't get a physical piece of media to prove it. So I've been too... I don't know what that just said,
Yeah.
but it said something. It said wear something. I don't know what it was. I missed
Wear
it.
around?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't listening too hard.
well, you'll get the gist of it, trust me.
I
But-
mean, I feel like I'm picking up the puddles.
You are. So mud,
The
gravel,
glue.
and everything in
Yeah.
here. It's like 5 different materials on the ground. When I watch the video for this, I'm literally looking at the wall because it's going to hang on to the day's sun. So if there's a cold spot, it'll more than likely be in front of that wall. It'll be the most obvious thing. So got to be a little bit of a scientist, even though all my degrees are in English. So you got to know what the hell you're looking at. I've been watching these videos long enough and studied this. I'm listening too, by the way. Studying like how these videos work and so forth and so on. But I already knew that Peyton was going to have the most fun with the men dancing in front of her on the screen, even though it's a damn sign in the distance. She's already been giggling about it.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. I
Yeah.
want her to have fun with it.
Yeah.
So let me go follow up with Lily and Ashley over there, kind of see what's going on. Keep listening, and I'll shut up so you guys can actually focus now.
All right. It's the house. Where did your house go?
Are we? No, I can't answer yes or no. How close are we to your house? Finding anything?
Yeah, coming on.
All right, let's see.
Where'd he go?
All that kind of stuff. Your?
Where am I standing in your house?
I think we're in the corner. Were you a woman in sticks? What did you think about indigo? I don't know. Should we go to my corner? Thanks, she said yeah.
Indigo?
No. We're nuts.
Oh, I can't hear people.
you tell me about your home?
Did you lose your home? To...
No, that's Taylor Swift.
Sorry. No.
I was like screaming.
Yeah. Did you just scream?
The house. Something about the house.
Heard that.
You heard it?
Oh, I'm backing away.
I remember the electrical pole though.
You've been getting some responses over here.
Can you tell us about your home?
What color was your house?
What did your house look like?
Why is your house not here?
Should we go in this corner?
Sure.
Were you ladies asking about the mansion?
Yes.
Yeah.
A few minutes ago?
Yes.
It's got the same answer that I've gotten, and this would be the third night in a row, but it didn't come to you, it came to Ashley, and she heard it doesn't matter. And that's literally been the answer I've had 3 nights in a row whenever somebody asks about the mansion. It's very interesting case. I just have to look at the patterns.
Yeah, we asked what happened to it.
Yep, doesn't matter. Apparently, whoever's here doesn't want us to really chit-chat
And then
about
it
it.
said, so it said it doesn't matter what they tell
What they
you.
tell you.
And then it said 1840, and then it said fair enough.
I'm getting 18.4.
18.4 a lot. You're supposed to be giving me a number bigger than 22. We are. We are. Just not yet. I want to see what else is going on. So, Tyler, you got anything going on?
Maybe we should ask her about her career. We're, kind of asking her kind of sexist questions about her home.
He told us to ask about the home.
I know, but I don't want to make her mad.
Why doesn't it matter? What happened to your home?
You're supposed to keep me in frame for a heat reference. What would you want?
Okay, hot stuff.
Did you? She had Boone Plantation too.
Yeah,
Did
they
you?
came up with the indigo. It's National Women's Day,
It's Women's History Month.
and you're a part of it. Eliza, right?
Yeah.
Eliza.
Safe from me?
Mm.
Maybe because we hyped her up.
We'll keep you safe, Eliza.
No.
Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up. There's not really a whole lot of communication going on, so I'll bring us all back again. Alright, so now that I kind of have the gist of what's going on here, you guys will see, we'll get you guys all included in the group. It's not really perfect sharing there, but you're good. I like to just see who I got so that way we're not running off with all my gear. I want to make sure I'm going to be quicker than them. So, welcome to Philadelphia Alley. Every ghost tour comes here. I was actually going to take this out of my route, but this guy keeps following me around town. You're going to see that here in just a minute. Cameras. You do want to try to get a shot. You don't have to keep a person in view at this location because we have enough foliage where we have the temperature differences. So I usually tell the cameras to try to get a shot going one way or the other, so that way you're not just staying here in the circle. So we've got to see how this goes. So Lily, you literally want to take your left hand, so that one, and you want to grab the top handle, other hand. You got it. use your other hand, grab the top handle, and like hold it at your side so we can look down there. There you go. Now you're on it. You don't have to hold it up. You can even hold it down. Like put your arm all the way down so that way you don't get tired. There you go. So just trying to make it easy for you. So again, with this alley, every ghost tour comes here. I like the story, but it's a big old cliche. Let me kind of get into it. Have you guys ever been down here before?
Mm-mm.
Is this all of your guys' first time here in Charleston?
No.
Okay.
Not like on the tour.
I just meant it in Charleston in general.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because this is a pretty popular alley. Again, every ghost tour comes down here. So here's how it goes. A doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. For those of you that are listening to Spirit Boxes with headphones, if you hear the song Brown Eyed Girl, it's not a coincidence. We hear it all the time because it's part of his name. So just kind of keep that in mind. Even on your recording, if you're not listening, it's fine. It may come up later. Anyway, he moves down here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée Amanda. So when his group passes by, we'll just kind of split the seas and let them go. Let them pass through. So again, even just regular standard folks. And no, not to me. How you doing, guys?
Thank you, guys.
So his fiancée, Amanda, just inherited a bunch of money from her dead parents. So she has an attorney helping her out with all of this cash that she just got. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money. So he tells Amanda to get rid of him. He comes here to Charleston to prove that he's not. On his way into town, the coachman that he had set him up to be robbed and killed. It wasn't a good start for the doctor's new living here in Charleston. And by the way, that's like having a really bad Uber driver that drops you off and there's a gunman at the door waiting to take you out. So kind of keep that in mind. Now, somebody was walking by and seeing what was about to happen. He knew the coachman and knew he was going to try to kill the newcomer. The person walking by was named Ralph Isaacs. I say his name slowly because he has the same initials as where the doctor came from, Rhode Island. We were getting the letters RI on the two regular spirit boxes, so I bought the Ouija board device to verify the RI, and we've had it about a half a dozen times whenever I bring up Ralph's name. That's the reason I bought that device solely for this location. So kind of keep that in mind. I do that from time to time. It's not always productive, as you guys have seen tonight. We've got nothing out of it, but we'll see if we get something later. Back to Ralph. He tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me. I got friends at 59 Church Street that'll rent you a room and you'll be safe. Doc took him up on the offer. So Dr. Ladd and Ralph became friends. The longer the doctor stays here, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. He's not after Amanda's money. Amanda gets wind of this. She's moving down soon so they could be married, and Dr. Ladd became known as the Whistling Doctor. Did you guys hear all those people whistling as they walked by us earlier? They just heard this same story. Now, that's another reason why I hate this story, is because every haunted city you're ever going to go to has a cliched whistling ghost. We all have one. Ours just happens to be a doctor. Back to Dr. Ladd and Ralph. They go see plays together, but they can't sit next to each other at the play because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. He gets better seats. So they have to talk about these plays on the way home. They go see Richard III one night, and on their way home, they're talking about the new actress that they just saw. Dr. Ladd thought she was great. Ralph didn't. They start arguing, and then Ralph starts insulting the doctor's fiancée, Amanda, back home in Rhode Island. It got really ugly, and they went their separate ways. But Ralph went to his friends at the newspaper, put an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of thing. Dr. Ladd saw the ad, but rebutted with, let's go to Jeweler's Alley. We're going to settle this. This used to be called Jeweler's Alley, everybody. Let's part way for puppies. I always do that. Wife is training to be a veterinarian. Oh, they're actually cutting fruit. All right, so they came down here to Jeweler's Alley, and they went back to back. They took their 10 paces away from each other. They turned. The doctor pointed his gun in the air and shot. He didn't want to kill his friend. He just wanted to have the courage and bravery to show up. But Ralph has his one bullet. He puts it in the knee of the doctor. Dr. Ladd didn't die, fell to the ground. His friends picked him up and took him home to 59 Church Street, where he died 10 days later after refusing medical treatment. I'll point out two things. First off, the year he died was 1786. Gunshot wounds back then were a lot different than what they are now. He's also a doctor. He probably just thought he had lead poisoning and tried to bleed it out himself. Although he failed, because obviously he died. And every ghost tour tells you to listen for the whistles while you're down here. That's why all those people were whistling when we came by. Which proves my next point. If you're going to try this on your own and walk all the way through the alley with your voice recorders from your phones, just remember, everybody knows the damn story. everybody that walks by Cumberland Street or Queen Street, we all throw a whistle down the alley, me included. I do it all the time, especially since I got thrown out of here. Let's talk about that, because that's the fun part of the story. So, I love how her recording is going to be like almost on the ground. It's so awesome. Can't wait to watch that part. So, she's like, I'm bored. I'm just going to hold this lower and lower. But anyway, so the alley didn't go all the way through the way we came in. About halfway between the gate and Cumberland Street, there was a wall up there. That's why I like to come down here. Not because it's just dark, even though Peyton said that's a really cool aspect of the tour. The wall was there because this used to be called Cow Alley. This is where they kept all the livestock for the city of Charleston. Cows, goats, and chickens were all down here. What does that mean for you? That means that the bricks on the other side are older than the ones you're standing on. Down at that side, those bricks are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child down there in one of those bricks, and fingerprint swipes in others. I used to take my groups down there for a history lesson. There's nothing paranormal about it, but we all need to see how far we've come away from slavery. However, remember, by the way, I treat that brick the same way I do a grave. Nothing's going to happen at that brick, because that's the last place you're going to find that poor little guy, or gal. So November 26th, 2020, took my entire group down there to give them their history lesson on the brick, and they're all huddled around that brick, waiting for something to happen with all of their gear. I'm trying to hustle them along because I know nothing's going to happen, because we're also outside the dining room window of the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. New owner of that mansion came out screaming. He was not happy with me. My daughter thought it was hysterical, though, because she was on the tour that night and her dad's getting yelled at. She was all about it. We moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't do tours on Thanksgiving simply because I used to work for Walmart, upper management, for over 10 years. You all like to fight over towels. You scarred me for life. I don't do Thanksgiving anymore. Anyway, next point. It was the 28th. The next day was the Friday. So I called my partner that I had, and I told him what happened with the neighbor. He laughed at me just like my daughter, and he said, dude, you can't go down that far. It's residential. You have to reroute the group. It's Black Friday. I'm sold out again. So I reroute my group, but what I told them, I don't believe in the next story. I'm a vampire guy. I'm not into pirates. What do you have?
Stop here.
I'm not stopping here. We're going to keep on going. But at any rate, so I'm not into pirates that much, but I also didn't tell them exactly who we were going to be investigating. Before we left, somebody with a spirit box heard the name Anne. I didn't tell them who. Anne Bonnie is who we're going to be discussing next. So I was kind of like, okay, maybe we'll get something. We go up and around the corner. I told them a little bit I did know about piracy, because remember, I didn't have much time to do research. I'm just trying to wing it. Somebody else heard the number 300 on their spirit box. I don't know what that one means. I write it down. I do the research for them the next morning. We were there November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonnie's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720, the exact 300th anniversary of her pirate trial. We had other things that happened that night, but that was a very odd occurrence. So I have read more books and watched more documentaries, played more video games on pirates than I ever wanted to in my entire life. I was actually pretty ticked off when this all occurred, because I have a master's degree in creative writing. Especially when I'm doing this, I need facts and data. My problem with pirates, it's those stories come from pirate lore that was written 100 years after the golden age of piracy. That's a problem for me, because that means I have to read more books on a subject I wasn't too keen on. I'm keen on it now, trust me. I'm still reading more books on pirates, but at the same time, everything we're about to discuss at the next location came from a minimum of 2 resources. So, that was still on there. So you had Stop Here and Then Fan when you showed me your list, and Porch is on there now. So obviously you use the same app, but yours doesn't have as many words as mine. I can already see the ads at the bottom of your screen.
Oh yeah, because I didn't do the refresh of the.
Mine was like a lifetime sub for like $3 on that one. I've been using it forever.
Yeah.
I've had that thing for like 7 or 8 years now. I can't even count. But again, I also like to stop here at the gate, because not a whole lot of people know why the gate is here. It also shows the extent of my research. Where did you just have that next to Mom's phone? Yep, that's why. So good. Debunked. So remember I told you that we couldn't come in this way because there used to be a wall up there, like many, many years ago? With that said, if there was a loser to the duel down here, the gate was the shortcut to get to the cemetery on the other side. Otherwise, the loser, the dead guy, they have to drag him all the way down to Queen Street and then double back to get up to the cemetery, and that delays them going to celebrate the winner with a pint. So again, I call this the death gate because the wrought iron wasn't always here. This is probably early 1900s on the gate, but you can see that the archway is part of the original alley. So again, remember it was Cow Alley, then Dueler's Alley. And that partition that was up there was probably there still when it was Dueler's Alley.
I feel like I've heard this story before, but
Yeah, it's very popular here. I think we all tell it.
YouTube.
Oh,
Probably Sam and
or you've probably seen one of my TikToks that talks about the whistling doctor.
Oh.
Yeah, it's probably it too. So, have we heard or seen anything else major that I need to know about, Melanie? I know that you were on mute. So what else do you have going on over there, Ashley, now that you're like multitasking? She's got like 5 devices going.
You were saying loser and it popped up win.
Oh, that's actually good. We get that here all the time. I'm not surprised.
And
Do you have it on
Brielle?
yours?
Plate group, settlement, squad, opponent.
Opponent's good.
7.
7? Let me explain 7. Did anybody else hear the number 7? We normally hear it in 2s at this location. Let me explain why. That is Dr. Ladd's birthday, July 7th, 7-7. We get it all the time. Dude loves to brag about his damn birthday. I get it all the time. And the weird thing that you have it on a word list, is it the numeral or is it spelled out?
Spelled out.
Can't mistake that stuff, guys. I can't make it up, I promise. It's actually one of the better pieces we've had so far, other than Brady's readings. I'm sorry, he's on this side. And he's now, getting the gist of how, how much EMF comes off of Mom's phone. So it's super cool. So we're going to go up and around the corner. As we pass by that group, if they're still there, Melanie, just mute when we pass them so we don't interrupt them. But yeah, video recordings, if you want to hit that stop, yeah, go ahead and do a reset. Tiny building up front with the crosses on it. Those are not crosses, those are earthquake bolts. If you're not familiar with those, they're basically turnbuckles. You can turn them if you have an earthquake, and it's supposed to tighten the building up so it doesn't get any further damage from the earthquake. It's a great idea, it just doesn't work. I'm pointing them out because you guys have seen them all over town in the shape of lion heads and pineapples and all kinds of Charleston farm stuff. Even the apartment building behind it, the brick building, has them on every single floor. It's just something we do here in Charleston, or something we did here in Charleston. But the big ones that are on the little building is part of the reason why we're here. That's the first set of earthquake bolts that Charleston ever put in. The reason why is it's the oldest government building in South Carolina. It was finished in 1713. We're here because this building was being built at the same time Anne Bonny was coming here to start her new life. It's what I call a familiar. For those of you that watch the TV shows and YouTubers, you've probably seen the Boo Buddy. That is a teddy bear with a little K2 meter in it, right? So if a child is attracted to it, they would recognize the teddy bear as a toy. Think of that concept with this building. We don't have many buildings this old. So the hope here is that she's here because she recognizes it because it's from her era. All right, so let's kind of get into Anne's story. It actually begins right in the middle of the construction of the building, which took 10 years. Does that sound like our government? Small building, 10 years? No, not at all. I'll answer for you. It's perfectly fine. But 1708, a young lady moves here from Ireland. Her name is Anne Cormac. She comes here with her father and his mistress. The mistress is Anne's mother. Is everybody with me so far? Okay, the 3 of them are running away from her father's angry wife. How mad was the wife that she kicked them out of the country when there's no planes? So this was by boat. They landed in Georgetown. If you're not familiar with the coast, that's between us and Myrtle Beach. Dad bought a plantation up there, but Mom died pretty quickly. That means Dad is now sending young Anne down here to Charlestown to sell things from the plantation to keep things afloat on the plantation. So, hence the familiar building. Now, Anne back home in Ireland was said to be a badass even when she was a little girl. So Peyton said, how old did you say you were? 9? 9. So I want you to picture somebody Peyton's size. When Anne was 7, 8, 9 years old, they say she killed a servant with a knife to the belly out of anger. So can you imagine somebody Peyton's size doing that? That's pretty crazy stuff. Not to put her under like the murderous role. Like that was really bad of me, by the way. Now that I'm thinking about it, this was a little innocent face just made her a murderer. But anyway, so just giving you her mentality as we kind of go through her history, right? The building's done in 1713, but pirates are coming through Charleston in 1715. Anne is ecstatic because she's going to fall in love with one of these guys so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. It's a man's world at this point. So the first guy she fell in love with, and I say it like that because there's a handful of these gents. We're going to go through them all. That's what makes the story. That's why his round spread was really funny in the back of my brain. So, yeah. So the first guy is James Bonny. You already see where this one's going because I've already told you her pirate name. Dad didn't approve. They ran away to Jamaica. They eloped, and now Anne Cormac is Anne Bonny. That's where her pirate name came from. However, when they get down there to Jamaica and they're already married, she realizes her new husband is not Captain Jack Sparrow like what she was hoping for. This guy turns out to be a privateer. That means he is a spy for the British. He's a coward. This isn't who she wanted. She falls in love again. Guy number 2. This is John Rackham. Everybody calls him Calico Jack. This is the guy they based your Johnny Depp character off of, by the way, just in case you were wondering. And Jack has his own crew and his own ship. Anne wants to be part of the crew, but you can't put a female on a pirate ship because it's bad luck. I normally throw that question back to you guys, but we have short people in the group tonight, and I don't need raunchy answers around them. So, I was like, I appreciate that. But anyway, he makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy and look like the crew, you can be part of the crew, but you're going to be a female in my quarters. She's okay with this because Dad used to cross-dress her as a boy apprentice back home in Ireland to hide her from his wife. She gets it. It's a man's world. most of us are adults here. Put 2 and 2 together. She's a female in his quarters. She's eventually going to get pregnant. You can't have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. Somebody's going to figure out that she's a girl. They'll get rid of Jack as captain and vote him off. So before that happens, he drops Anne off in Cuba. Have the baby here with these friends of mine. They'll help you out and come back later. We'll figure it out then. She goes and has the baby, but returns without a child. We have no idea what happened to the baby. None of my research has ever discovered it. She also comes back dressed as a female. This makes Jack pretty angry, because now everybody's going to know he let a girl on the ship. So to make him even more mad, she's going to go flirting with the pirate crew he just captured down below deck. Guy number 3. Guy number 3 turns out to be a female. Just like a guy, to be part of the crew that Calico Jack just captured. So now we have 2 females, just like males. Right? Told you, this one gets a little twisty. I told you, round spread. We're all over it. So, with that said, this young lady's name is Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a pirate. So Anne and Mary became friends, maybe lovers. We're not really sure on that one because of the time frame. But the British found out where they are, send a whole fleet of ships. The rumor is that Anne and Mary were the only 2 not drunk enough to come up and fight with 1-bullet flintlocks. They don't know how to use cannons yet. They haven't been pirates for very long. So, obviously 2 ladies with 1-bullet guns cannot take on a whole fleet of ships. They get arrested. As they're being arrested, Anne looks at her captain in boat, Jack, and tells him, "I'm sorry to see you here, but if you would have fought like a man, you wouldn't be hanged like a dog." The word dog shows up a lot on your communication, just so you guys know. Now, the judge wants to see the 2 quote-unquote men that fought back so valiantly on their own. He's already tried to hung Calico Jack and the drunk pirates that wouldn't fight. They're dead and gone. The 2 ladies go in front of the judge and reveal their gender, hoping to save themselves, and he doesn't give a damn that they're female. They're still pirates. So they scream out, "We plead our bellies," which means they're claiming to be pregnant. You can't hang a pregnant woman in 1720. It's illegal. So he delays the hanging, sends them to the jail. Dad is still up here in South Carolina with all of his Irish money. He bails out Anne and brings her home. She remarries. That's husband number 2. But guy number 4, what do you got?
Luke.
I don't know who Luke is.
Said something about an L, like Luke and
Lucas.
Luke and okay.
That would be Eliza's maiden name is Lucas. So I'd be more excited if it said the actual Lucas versus Luke. But again, guy number 4. You guys get my point. We're going to count Mary. Anne has 4 children and dies at the age of 84. Very abrupt ending because we don't know squat about her after her pirate career, and it's all up for speculation. I don't like to spread rumors. I'm sure you guys picked up on that by now. Mary Reed died 5 months later in that Jamaican jail from whatever pirates die from in a Jamaican jail. Use your imagination. Call it scurvy. I don't care. So they get all kinds of pirate romantic stuff. So I'm not going to control the environment like what we did over there at the Pinckney Mansion site. You guys all know what you're doing. I'm just going to tell you a few things I left out. Ask whatever you want to in this location. This isn't a place where I'm going to say you have to be respectful. I actually say smoke them if you got them, and if you have a bottle of rum, let's break it out. It'll attract them. So you guys looking at each other. Did you guys bring some rum? Because I'm in. But anyway, here's what I left out. The names of Anne Bonny's parents. That's the father and the mistress. I didn't tell you what those were. I didn't tell you the city that Anne grew up in Ireland. The name of Calico Jack's ship and the color of Anne Bonny's hair. So, cameras, obviously, stay away from the 2 cars. Brady, if you get anything on there, 2.5 and higher, back here, I'm excited. The closer you go over there, it's just like walking on the sidewalk. So you might get a 4 to a 6 over there. I'm not going to be excited. If you get it back here, I'm excited. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Peyton, this wall is not your friend. All these leaves here are going to make it look like a whole bunch of men just standing against the wall. So you might not want to point your camera that way. Everybody else, you guys know what you're doing. Let's spread out. Let's see what we can do. No, we are standing next to a cemetery.
What color is your hair, Bonnie?
Oh, father.
Where did you come from? In Ireland.
Are you playing both sides?
Would you like being a pirate? With Mary?
Mary. You're right. These are so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't even make sense how that Titan's building.
Yeah. I don't know. Unless it's pulling other rods.
I'm kind of scared because I just got a hello.
Hello?
And it was like no static around it at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just stay over by us.
Yeah. We're over there.
Over here.
I was walking right there and it said it.
Oh.
And then something, I don't know if it was a song or anything, and it said, "Did you?"
Wait, I think hello from Adele's playing because I thought I heard like the hello from the
No, it wasn't that. It was just hello.
Huh.
Like a man's voice.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh.
You get smart?
You get smart? Oh, these are ads.
Yeah. It's hard to decipher
I know.
sometimes.
You getting anything? Me either.
I think it just said something like, I don't know if it was a song or a podcast or something like that. It says something like, God has no beginning.
I wonder because you said we're by the church. We
Yeah.
get like
Yeah,
religious stuff.
you get
And
that.
I've get, like, when we started, I've been getting like religious things
Really?
the entire time.
We should have gone to church. Probably more
Yeah,
content.
got more
We are
stuff.
going to a church later. I
Oh,
think.
really?
Speaking of church, we were at one yesterday walking around looking at the graves and stuff. There was this man playing a violin, and like every time somebody walked by, he would just scream at them.
Oh,
He would scream at them and say,
Oh my
watch me,
God.
watch me, watch me.
oh my God.
And he,
We're here in Charleston?
yeah, at the big white dome church.
Lily, it looks like someone's dancing on top of the roof.
They like
Maybe the
you.
tree.
Yeah.
I'll just put my camera over that way.
What color was your...
What color was your hair?
Right there? Right there. Kind of where you're walking. You
Tell him. You tell him.
Right there.
We have to find out what city from Ireland Bonnie came from.
Oh, yeah.
Charleston
Sit.
City.
I got 7-9 and a bunch of Post Malone songs. So.
What color was your hair?
We have anything?
She heard hello.
Yeah, she had
Out
a
of yours?
weird
I've got
experience.
stuff, yeah.
So what else have you heard?
I was walking right there, and there was no static at all or anything that said hello. But like,
I
I've
just
never.
got 41.2 back there.
Where'd you get? You didn't get no 41. Let me see yours.
So,
You sure? Were you back in that corner by that electrical pole?
I was staying
Go see if you can find it again. There's no way he's at a 41 in here.
It was. I was walking right there, and there was no static at all, and it was like a man's voice, but like light, and it wasn't a song, and it said hello.
Okay, definitely have to look for that.
And then I got a 79.
37.
Are you running when you're getting those numbers? Come show me. I want to see what you're doing.
100,000. Didn't he say
Nick?
100,000?
No?
That's not what he said.
Oh.
He said a bad word.
Oh.
Oh, you been getting those too?
Yeah,
I'm just not saying it. Those are the most
Oh.
clear.
You've been getting those? No, this is the first one I've been getting.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of those.
Oh my
We
gosh.
should say something.
Maybe just tell them when the kids aren't there.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
These are that's
This is
awful.
awful
It
ghost.
sounded like Billie Eilish just laughed. That's scary. This is like her laugh, like,
That's scary.
that is scary.
Yeah.
They just came and told on y'all that you're getting bad words over here. So tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
What kind of bad words?
When we were over there at the,
N-word?
Really?
Yeah.
we were over at
Which
the
one?
thing.
I've got it. I just got it, and she's been getting it a few times over.
Yeah. I got stupid B word over there.
Okay.
And then and then there was what do you want?
That's interesting. Well, I don't. When I'm typing up your guys' notes, I may put up things like she just said. I'm not putting the N-word on my website. So you guys know.
No.
It's not an
No,
SEO
no.
tag I
No.
need. So I actually caught one of those pieces one night. It was disembodied. You have to also remember the time frame that these people came from.
Right.
But at the same time, I had to text my people. If you want to know what it is, I will send it to you in a text. But it is very racially
Yeah.
derogative. I'm
Yeah.
not putting it on my website at all.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, and then of course all the dirty stuff that I was getting over there. You had more come up.
I
Yeah,
got
the
piece
word-
of meat. You want some?
Piece of meat, you know, so he's got widespread going on. Like he had the word wide show up on his. He's got all kinds of things moving around.
There's like
Crazy night.
in between the set is really deep voices, but I don't know what they're saying.
It's okay. You don't have to hear it. So you have to look.
Like somebody just running or something.
Happy here?
I'm not getting anything.
That happens sometimes.
Getting weird.
It is getting
It
weird.
is getting very.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
I'm right now.
Decades. I got decades.
Okay.
For a hurricane.
This is what it said?
For a hurricane. We're right by those.
Ladies, this is what you guys thought you signed up for, by the way.
Yeah.
Like getting a bunch of dirty words and.
No.
No, not that,
No. I thought maybe some Civil War.
Yeah. I thought we were going to get some
I
Civil
go
War
further back,
people.
obviously. So
Yeah.
everything we've been talking about so far has all been from colonial days.
Yeah.
So,
No,
what do you guys see what we're doing in our last location? Yeah, we're really gonna twist things up on that one.
We're getting weird.
It's gonna get weird.
What next?
So it is not windy tonight, so we're gonna actually add in a normal space that I do on Sundays. I don't go there if it's windy or a weekend because it's too noisy. So that one will be very quick, and then I'm not gonna tell you yet because it's kind of a surprise. You'll see. It's a lot of fun. You're gonna actually have a really important part. We have the full thing. So like it was right there. So we are literally against the wall. If you think about it. So we've had the term wall show up here in the word original. So of course put the clues together. Okay, so, Ashley, what do you got going on? Nothing? What's that?
What is it?
It said Simps.
Her thing just said two.
Say what?
Simps.
Country.
Why?
Why are we getting the weird one?
And now it's getting rickrolled.
Oh yeah, we've been rickrolled at this location before.
It was playing the song for that.
Sit back.
Hmm.
What was that one?
Are we going to a bar? Something in a bar? It was like a woman's
Is that
voice.
what you just heard? What's his name?
No, like, what's his name back there? The
Dr.
football
Ladd?
player.
Oh, that's Big John. Like, he's
Don't
way
go.
over.
Don't go to the end. Don't go there. Something like that.
Oh,
He
what's
don't
that?
move.
I'm assuming or Billy.
Yeah, both of those names. So, Metallica Jack Williams and John. And then,
If I'm
we
listening.
actually had that here last night, essentially short for Williams. It would be Ann Von Trapp. And Billy would have been a nickname that they would have used even back in the days. We did actually have that here last night too, so I'm not surprised that got it again. But it was Billy, just the way you said it. And John, like, you got the whole Walton triangle going on there? Like,
I'm thinking it was.
I keep on getting things in different languages, so I don't know how to sing. I got a song in French earlier.
Mm.
French, and
We're in
you
the
actually
French
had the
Quarter.
word France earlier.
Yeah.
He had the word France show up when we separated. And I tied it to this used to serve in the French and Indian War. We do get the word French and or Indian from time to time. So
3628.
Anyhow.
Word country.
pretty vague. Which country?
Maybe France.
Maybe. Possibly. Alright, I'm gonna call it on this one. We did get one little spike on this, guys.
I just have one that says, yeah, this is a great deal for us.
Oh, this one.
Yes, you see the tear right there?
One said assault.
Ooh.
Oh, it goes over your
And
ear.
then Echo said what's happening.
Mm.
Don't put anything on yet still. Let me explain. So, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to keep you guys under for 10 minutes. Like I said, nice short amount. You're going to be telling me everything you hear, including yes and no questions. You're not going to know what I'm going to be asking. You're going to keep it up loud enough so you can't hear me. So hopefully, just remember to talk. Tell me what you hear as you hear it. A lot of people forget to talk. If you're too loud, a family member of yours will be tapping you on the shoulder. Quiet down. Your neighbors, try not to pick them up. When we're done, family member will be tapping you on the knee. That means we're done. You take off your own gear. So kind of keep that in mind. You're going to be seeing maybe one image, maybe 12. I have no idea. I've had nights where 0 has come through. So I never know how many is going to come through. These are 2D images. Have you ever done virtual reality before?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not 3D in your face kind of Jurassic
Oh, okay.
Park.
I was so
Yeah, that's not how this works. So you're going to be seeing like a rolling cloud of smoke. That's only there so you don't fall asleep. That's the ambient part. An image will appear in front of you, almost like a photograph. Okay, so that's, and you're going to give me very brief descriptions of what you see. Two ladies on a bench with a tree. Keep it simple because she can't hear you.
Our lives are not
talking
made.
her. If she's
Our
not
lives are
talking,
what?
which I don't
I said
think
our
it's
lives
gonna
are
be
not
a
made.
problem, you're hearing a lot, right? I may ask you probing questions like, hey, what are the ladies wearing? What time era is it? I'll just keep going with the whole process. Just keep it nice and simple. Otherwise, you're going to sit there and stare at gray smoke. That's not how this goes. So, for you, it would be blindfold first, then headphones, and then crank up your spirit box whenever you're comfortable with, and I'll check with you. By the way, to see myself and my wife are sending me dirty pictures, I need to know what they are. Okay? I haven't bought any phones for this whole experience. I've only been doing this for about 6 months. I wasn't sure if you were going to keep in or not, but it was super fun, and actually adds quite a bit of information to each experiment. All you're going to have to do when I put my phone in there is you're going to look straight ahead, and it will line up with you. You won't have to move around or anything like that.
Ready for me to turn it up?
Yep, so the minute you start is when I start timing. It is 11 o'clock on the dot.
It smacks.
A little loud. Can you tap her on the shoulder? Look at her. He's all into it. I love it.
So do I need to do this?
Yes, you're going to listen in. Just kind of one ear it.
Hold on a minute. I just was tapped.
Yeah.
Am I too loud?
Yes.
Okay.
We already have one image coming through. You see how it's showing up there in front of this phone?
Oh, I don't like that.
By the way, you have a focus right here. Very good. Okay. Yes.
This is
record.
straight.
And you're going to see up here with me, right? So that way they can see the whole video later on.
Western Man by Indoor Band.
Okay. I'm very happy to see that one. Henry, if you're here, we'd like to hear something about your job, please. Can you tell me something about your job? This is the way we always start. Nice and easy. Let's see if we can get out of you to verify that you're here.
Now?
Yes, right now. You can give us an image. We are using the green box tonight too. This is Melanie inside the green box.
Passing by?
And this is Ashley. You can hear whatever you want us to hear. Henry, can you tell us something about your job, your occupation, please? Feel free to change the subject. You can work with that too.
Throughout your busy day.
See why I chose for everybody? She's going to give me a lot of long sentences. Henry, you know we don't do this for long, so the more you can give us in a short amount of time.
98?
Henry, it's
When
somebody
the
else.
Russian?
What do you got? Russian?
When the Russian?
Plane?
Henry, has somebody else come with you tonight?
Party every day.
Henry, let me know if somebody else came with you. You got to give us their first name.
They took her away.
No.
I think I'm messing with your report on this thing.
What'd you do?
It just keeps recording and stopping.
Yeah, don't look down. Look up.
Wait, it follows what I. Okay. I see.
Yeah. Still see the gray smoke?
Yeah.
Vulnerable.
That's something else.
No, I just don't like that.
Lost.
Okay. Yep. And again, Henry. It's a little windy tonight. Pick up the air right.
Effort.
Henry, I know you're not
That's
always,
right.
I'm real happy when I sit two ladies down there. But they've been doing a great job by learning about other people's histories. You need to teach them more about your history. Henry,
Women?
yes, I have two women sitting here.
He's going to finish what he started.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. That's how we do this, Henry.
By the hand.
Are you trying to explain who else is here?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Jimmy.
Henry?
Perception.
Who else came with you tonight? These are weird phrases that we're getting. Very odd. Who else came here with you? Still looking for verification of your occupation. I would prefer
This
it
is Wayne.
in the green
I'm sorry,
box.
we did not.
Henry, verify your occupation for us in the green box.
Fell backwards.
Mary,
Everything in between.
Mary, is that you? Since you fell?
Watch it.
Breathe in a little heavy, Talis, okay? This is why I don't write anything down. Like, I make sure everything's good. By the way, she looks like she's about to fall over to her left. You're leaning to the left, yeah.
I paused for a second. It's making me dizzy.
Die?
I was gonna say, you're leaning. Henry?
Having a stroke.
Henry, we're only 6 minutes in.
Standing
We got 4 minutes left.
on my own.
Tap her on the shoulder again. Gee, what it looks like 12. 12? Henry, the number 12, is that December? For your son's birthday? You gotta give us the rest of the birthday, please. So we can complete it. Henry, did I poke the bear?
Shot is not available.
Wow. Henry, you got the number 12. I'm gonna live on that one for a minute. Can you finish the date for us?
Tell you all the things a man ought to know. Geopilot fix.
Speak.
Oh, everybody has Tourette syndrome right now. It's great. I love this. No other images? Just the one?
No, it's the frog.
I'm wondering if you look down at it and print on that.
Of my eye.
Henry, we're running out of time. Do you just want us to leave and go home? I don't know what a banana is, and I don't need a banana right now. Henry, if you want us to leave, just tell us to go home.
You have choices.
Remember that?
It's kind of odd pairing.
Yeah.
Did she say remember that after I said you had choices?
You have choices, remember that. Henry, this is how I choose to learn about you and your life.
Holy music.
I just got holy music in my brain.
May have synced up for just a moment.
You love.
Henry, it's okay if you want us to leave. I know you said we have choices,
Come rescue us.
but I'll take one more
Woman
image.
a man ought to know.
About things we ought to know. You need to tell us. You haven't told us anything. Henry, it's okay if you want us to wrap it up. We're down to about a minute anyway.
If you're creeping.
If you're free. Love it. Okay. Say going once. Going twice.
What happens?
The riding of the spirit.
What happens?
Give him praise.
Henry, you gotta be more specific. I was just looking for verification that you were here tonight. Can you tell us goodnight? Going once?
Hold.
Yes, that's right. Going twice?
I ain't never seen.